Up to 60% of investors and traders round trip their profit.
These tokens are going to wipe out as much people as possible, bro.
But I don't think we've hit the peak yet, because I don't think we've quite seen that blow off top, and I expect that still, even though this is a very different bull market.
The content presented in this podcast is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It should not be considered as financial advice, and listeners are encouraged to conduct their own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions.
Crypto flip.
I'm a mother of 3 kids in a formerly happy marriage.
You know so many people just formally, fam.
Crazy. I've been in this space for the past 2 years, and I've made almost $200,000 in crypto.
Winning.
Still, I recently got my husband into crypto, and it seemed to be going fine. However, recently he threw out our entire retirement account, almost 500K, into a meme coin he keeps calling
Nah,
the big one.
the big one.
I never authorized this, nor did we speak about it in advance. But whenever I try to bring it up, he refuses to sell any of it. I really don't know what to do. We had a bright future with our family, and now it feels like it's all about to crumble into pieces. What do you man make of that?
All right, let me tell you some things I don't understand. If she wrote this tweet and said I was formally married, then it sounds like she already made her decision, bruv.
Yep.
She's already walked, bruv. She said, this is not for me. And to be honest, I think this goes to show, the risk tolerance between men and women are completely different, bro. And
Still.
Nice.
she made 200K, like, she was doing all right. She was doing well. For him to say, nah, you know what? He probably lost like 10, 15, 20 grand. And he's like, but this one is the big one. Bro, Donnie's like that. We need them, bro, because I keep saying it, but exit liquidity.
Guys, exit liquidity.
I need man like that, bro.
Listen, there's so many layers to put on this, but what I want to say is, when a gal said formerly happily married, that's you know that when they smoke that fire, fam, you just know that this marriage is closer to the end than the beginning, fam. That's point number 1. Point number 2, bro. 500K in the meme coin, really, bro? Really? No, I'm top blasting Ethereum, or I'm top blasting shit. I'm not top blasting Bitcoin. At least if Bitcoin corrects 50%, at least there's a chance you can make that back in the next cycle. Bro, meme coin, really, bro? Really? $500,000? I get it. Like, men love to take risk in that. But, bro, you're a rookie in this game, bro. She brought you in. You didn't even run it by her. You didn't say, let me just put a little 10K in it. It's a little 20 racks, 50 racks. Man said, I'm trying to retire today. Let me put the whole retirement account in it, fam. $500,000? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous, fam. Like, and the thing is, the fact that she didn't even mention that, it's some trash meme coin, fam. You just know it is. And she said the big one. The big one. Listen, I could go on and on about this, but I'm not going to. So Harris, you say something, man, because this is wild.
Yeah. There's a lot I could say. Look, basically, what I imagine happened, because 500K in the meme coin is brazy, like, it's actually nuts. So if you're going in with that much conviction, only one of a couple of things have happened. Number 1, you got some inside information, you know what you're doing, fully convicted. And
the man is new in crypto. He ain't in no insider circle, bro. Come on.
And he got brought in by his wife, bro. Most of the inner circles, it's a man-heavy thing, bro.
I'm just trying to point out the possible scenarios. I'm not saying this is what he did. I'm saying these are the possibilities. So that's one possibility. The other and more likely possibility is that he was probably on YouTube or probably on X. He saw all these people, turning their $1 into $5 million. He thought, rah, man's got 500 bags in their retirement account. If I do that same multiple, I'm gone. We're billionaires. So babes, Just chill. Shut your mouth, innit? Stop talking. Man knows what he's doing.
Ah, that's funny.
And then he saw something trending on X or YouTube, and he said, "Rah, this is what everyone's doing. Let me jump in. 500 racks. We're going to the moon. Don't worry, the pullback. Don't worry about the pullback. We're gonna bounce back." And in about a few weeks, you see the divorce papers when everything goes to dust.
Bro, it's the printer right now. What are you talking about, bro? It's in the printer right now. You just need what's missing is his signature, fam. She's ready to sign it, bro. This is gonna end ugly, fam. Because, bro, no one here, fam. Let's say we all had $1 million at our disposal right now in our trading account to trade. No one here in the right mind, bro. I've seen degens of degens. No one's ever put $500,000 in their meme coin without having some sort of insider track, man. No one's ever done that. If you have, obviously, you must be some mega will. Clearly, he's not a mega will, fam. I'm throwing his entire retirement account into that. Bro, this is going to end ugly, fam. I'm sure you're going to see this man doing his confession soon. Yeah, I'm a father of 3 kids. My wife divorced me because I wasn't a degenerate. I was just stupid.
Nah, you level of degeneracy, and you lost it. But let's go on to the next one. I am a senior developer with a decade of experience. I've worked for various companies. I'm fluent in every major programming language. I followed every blockchain development and understood ZK mathematical concept, or tried to. Yet, I deployed a contract with the dumbest mistake possible.
Oh, no.
Now 60 ETH of mine is locked forever.
Oh, wow. 60 ETH. Oh, my God.
I was just about to say, do someone do the maths.
Son, 180 racks?
Oh, it's about 3.5K.
No.
So, you in the devs and work with devs. So, can you explain what's happened here?
You guys are fucking idiot, bro. You know when you believe in yourself too much. You know when you're just like, bro, this is the equivalent of going to the gym saying, nah, man can do that weight. Man can do that weight. You pick up the weight. You're like, nah, man's done this weight bare times. And then you're just stuck there. And it's like creeping over you. Bro, it's the exact same thing. My man just came with that overconfidence. Blockchain development is not the thing that you come into with an ego, bro. Because you get humbled. And it's not like, you push a change and, oh, my code's broken. Nah, but your money's gone, fam. Your money's locked. I don't know what he did. I don't know what the fuck he did.
I think he deployed to the wrong contract address, or maybe he used the wrong that's called wrong wallet address or something. It's something silly like that, bro. What a blunder, fam. You're Rick. I did the quick maths. That's 200 racks, bro.
Crazy.
210 racks up to date price.
Exactly.
So what if Ethereum top blast with 5K, 10K, bro? He might hang himself, because that's peak. That's peak, man. And the thing is, right, this can happen to anyone. Like, I don't care if you're a ZK mathematician, proof, whatever. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Elon Musk, fam. When you're doing such a big transaction, you always do a test transaction first. Try with a 0.5 ETH or even a 0.1 ETH. Oh, cool, good. My smart contract is safe, it's kosher. Now I can run the rest. Bro, man did it in one go. Like, yo, man was probably gaming at the same time, having a little beer, and also deploying this contract, man. Bro,
You know what's mad? Bro? ZK means zero knowledge, innit? This don has zero knowledge, fam. This don is fucked up, bro.
Bro, that's exactly what he's done, fam. Because for you to do that, bro, I mean, bro, especially in this economy, fam, like, that's not small money, fam.
Nah,
Like,
but he's a
that
senior
comes
dev,
a
will
lot,
make it back.
Bro, that will, even as a senior dev, will take you at least a year to make that back, fam. Even if you're working in Silicon Valley, it will take you at least a year to make that back, fam.
Gosh.
So, what I'm trying to make is, at the end of the day, like, bro, even when I'm doing like managed transaction between exchange to exchange or wallet to wallet transactions, you always double check and triple check your address is correct, fam. Because I made the same silly mistake where I've sent a BNB to a wrong address, and it was my first time on a BNB platform. And someone telling me, just double check it. And I'm like, nah, it's good. And I sent it, and I'm like, oh no, that's the wrong address. I sent to Ethereum one. You probably done the same thing. You just can't make those silly mistakes, fam. Yeah,
We've
but
all been there.
well, with 60 ETH, oh man, I felt bad for him, man. Like, he's never a DJ. He was just careless.
Yeah,
Sorry, I did say he was launching his own meme coin.
That's even worse.
Maybe say a mistake with the contract address on launching the meme. Was it a meme? Anyway,
I'm not sure if it was a meme coin. I'm not sure. He said it was launching a smart contract, and then boom, Nam sabotaged himself. So this is
cool.
definitely self sabotage, man.
Yeah, he didn't mention a meme coin, but
Yeah.
But yeah, it's reckless. I think maybe he got confused between testnet and mainnet. Maybe that's what happened.
Oh no, that's important. You sink your death, bro. That's a I know all the languages out there, and then you're making a rookie mistake like that.
But you know what could have happened? It could have been late night. You know, it's like, man's got deadlines. Well, let me just test it with 60
Bro, you don't listen. How about
Then he rubs his eyes. My man rubs his eyes. He said, what? Man can't reverse the transaction, nothing.
Bro, this is no one in blockchain, fam. You cannot undo, man. You can't undo a commit here, fam. It's gone.
So, just like that. Well, welcome back to the Crypto Flip Podcast. I am your host, Harris King, and I am joined once again with my co-hosts, Ricardo and Deji. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you are watching us on YouTube. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, don't forget to leave a review. And check us out on anywhere that you like to listen to your podcast. And before we get into today's podcast, I want to give a special shout out to one of our listeners who regularly leaves comments, and that is Turkey. So we appreciate everyone who watches, and special shout out to you. And if you want to shout out on the podcast, all you have to do is leave a comment or review, and we'll definitely show you some love. So it's been a mad week in crypto. I think there's no other place to start than what's been going on in the markets. And we briefly dipped below 90K to 89K in the past week, but we've rebounded since back up to like 99K where we are currently. We only have, I believe, under a week left until Trump comes into office.
4 days.
So there's a lot of positive catalysts, and it's been rumored that he's going to be doing a lot of things as far as crypto is concerned in his first day, possibly his first week. So with all of these things coming up, what do you make of the market, and how are you sort of navigating everything that's happening?
When everything dropped down and Bitcoin tumbled down to 89K, I was looking at the liquidation maps, and I just saw all of the long liquidations is getting eaten up. It's down and down and down. And it made sense that 89. It's crazy. It made sense that 89 would be the bottom because there was no real liquidations after that. Like, that was it. Bro, and this is just clearly out here to show that these tokens are going to wipe out as much people as possible, bro. Like, I use liquidation maps just as an idea to say what's likely, which one's most likely to get wiped out. And if something's trending, the one that's most likely to get wiped out is the one with the most density, i.e. a bunch of people saying, hey, my stop loss, I have a long and my stop loss is here, or vice versa. But anyway, so I think it was something like 700 mil worth of longs. Sorry, 700 mil worth of liquidations across the entire market, which is fucking terrible. And that doesn't even include, like, you know, the spot buys and everything. Obviously, I sent you guys a message because to say I was happy is an understatement. I was like, I told you, man, I was going 50% or 40% and 50% stables. So yeah, man, deployed some capital, bro. I caught virtuals. So virtual will drop down to $2.25. Not financial advice. Go do your research. And I was like, let me wait for this recovery. So I bought some in just under $3. And I'm like, yeah, nice. Everything else was on sale, bro, except Shui. Shui did not perform. Bro, Shui, I don't know if anyone else has realized, but Shui does not copy the same. The chart doesn't follow the same as any other dominant chart. Like, so there's BTC dominance. Then you have others dominance, which is like the biggest coins. Shui is outside of that, which in my mind screams this is weird. But Yeah, when others are pumping, Shui doesn't pump. Shui has its own market. It's ridiculous, bro. Actually ridiculous.
It's a Chinese coin. It's a Chinese coin.
Yeah, maybe it's just everyone flocking to Red Note and buying Shui. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's wild. But I think the biggest question is now, inauguration, 20th, are we gonna get a pump like we did when Donald Trump was elected as president on November the 4th or whatever it was? Like, what's gonna happen? And honestly, I think Harris, you're right. Like, there's been a lot of sentiment online around he's gonna do X, Y, and Z on day one. And if he does that, bro, it is gone. It is yeah. So, but I think I'm still about 30% sidelined right now. And I think yeah, I don't know. I want to have money. I want to wait for the move to happen before. I don't want to preempt the move and say it's gonna long or it's gonna short, because that's gambling. I'd rather follow the trend when the trend is presented itself. So, if he gets inaugurated and I see Bitcoin jumps up 105, 106, 107, like in the course of a couple of hours, I'm jumping in the rest of the market because Bitcoin leads in it. The only other thing I wanted to point out for the army, they know who they are, the army. Hey, yo, Ripple's been behaving crazy as well, bro. Everything was liquidating. Bare longs liquidated. Everything dropping in the market. Ripple held around 270, 260. I'm like, hold on. Bro, we're talking ETH, Bitcoin, Solana, Tron, everything dropping like 8 to 10, up to 15%. Ripple had like a 2% upward move, bro. How does that make sense? So yeah, and now Ripple's sitting around $3. Probably gonna bust for its all-time high soon. But yeah, just a shout out to not sleep on Ripple in this market. And I said it to you, man. I'm not gonna lie, I said it, but yeah. Yeah, what do you man think of the market right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. Usually the January post halving is always a choppy one, but we had a craziness in the bond market. Government borrowing went to the roof, and the bond market kind of had a spike. The 30-year bond was moving. So I think in 1 week it moved like, and this is crazy because like 5% move in the bond market is crazy. And the funny thing is, it's not giving all that gains back, which is good for long-term outlook. And obviously following yesterday's CPI, inflation has risen to 2.9 again, which is, I mean, good news is bad news. Bad news is good news for the crypto market right now, because we're just looking for more and more catalysts. And I think this is more like the market reacting more to Trump coming into the office, and all the bullish things he's gonna do, or we think it's bullish anyway. But I said to you guys, before we had these massive correction, and I won't call it massive because, I mean, Bitcoin is done. Time to check my charts quickly. From December till now, we've got a correction of 20. I would say about 18% pullback. And these pullbacks are they're normal in a bull market, right? Because usually you get between 15 to 25%. When you start getting a pullback of 40%, then that is a break in the market, in the bull market structure. So I think the bull market structure is still intact. I'm more bullish on altcoins than I'm actually on Bitcoin right now. I'm actually looking to scale out my Bitcoin position and start scaling more into altcoins. Not stables like Rick, because I think he's going to go back into crypto eventually. But I think there's a lot more money, a lot more upside in these altcoins like Sui, Sol, ETH, and the AI tokens like virtuals, all that kind of stuff. So in our opinion, I think as Bitcoin will probably do another 40 to 50% from here. I think my target's actually between 120 to 140K. But one thing I've been thinking about during this pullback is, and this pullback has been crazy. I made some money and I also lost some money. But what I learned in this pullback is, yes, Bitcoin is still, like, there's still upside for Bitcoin. But rarely do you ever see a traders catch the top of the market. And trying to catch top of the market for anything is just crazy, fam. It's just crazy work. So I think I read some stats yesterday that kind of really changed my mind about the way I'm approaching the market. It's changed a little bit because apparently, yeah, I don't know if you guys agree to this, up to 60% of investors and traders round trip their profit back into the market. That is
Not me, bad.
crazy. No, not saying you, but
No.
for you to, like, 50% is crazy to round trip your bags because people, let's say, before the correction, your portfolio was 1.5 million, and then you correct and you bad that to 1.2 mil, and you cause you're fixated now 1.5 mil, you get where I need to go back to that, and when it does go back to it, you don't suck because it's going to the moon, and it gets to 1.7, and then you crash back down. You know what I mean? So I think people need to really, you know what I mean, really focus. I think personally for me, I don't know what you guys, what you guys agree to, whether you guys agree to this or not. I think the bull market progress so far from pre-Arvin to from the bear market to now, I think we're about 70% in the bull market. So I think we'll go about 30% left to enjoy the bull market. And with that said, that means you need to start being, it's time to press the gas on your trades and do what you need to do to, you know what I mean, get the most gains. But if you still think there's a lot more upside in this market, then you're obviously crazy. Then you obviously haven't read the teenage, because yes, Trump is coming to the office, is very bullish. But at the same time, the faster we go up, the quicker we'll come down. So that's just something for like everyone should kind of keep their mind on, because yeah, it's not straightforward. The market quickly gives it and takes it right back, as Rick can attest to that. You know what I mean? It's very easy. I mean, and I've been quite surprised around some tokens be showing immense strength. Like Shui's just been crazy, like Rick said. Like I had a buy order at 367, didn't even come close to it. Like the lowest, I was so annoyed. I was like, I had to cancel them. Like, give my money back. It was just ridiculous. Like you could just tell it's not gonna touch it. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, bull market, like I said, still intact. Altcoin season is here. I mean, I know we're not green across the board, but if you're looking to kind of invest at scaling, now is kind of the time, because the narrative is it's there, and with Trump coming to effect, I think we'll probably pump into that to 20th and probably scale back out. So we'll see how that goes. And but I still think this month, January, ends in the green candle rather than red candle.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting times. I saw some people sharing their thoughts on X, and some people were showing charts that showed that it was a very similar sort of peak that we've hit compared to the last bull cycle. In that we've hit the peak and basically, you know, get your funds ready to take them out. But I don't think we've hit the peak yet, because I don't think we've quite seen that blow off top, and I expect that still, even though this is a very different bull market. But with that being said, yeah, I think you touched on a very good point in terms of not round tripping bags. I think maybe in the next episode and a future episode soon, we're gonna have to talk about what our exit strategy is, because without a solid plan, you are going to, whatever gains you've made, you're gonna wipe them out, and you might even end up at a loss if you're not careful, especially if you're altcoin, meme coin heavy, which a lot of people are. So yeah, it's very, so that's something to be very cautious about. On top of that, obviously, as you mentioned, we've got inflation at 2.9. Bank of America said they no longer expect any rate cuts in 2025. So there's a lot of things that may sort of mess with the rest of the bull market, even if the bull market is to be sort of extended beyond what we typically expect. I know a lot of people are expecting us to sort of rally in February, and for that to be the sort of end of the market. But when everyone has a consensus, the market does something different.
Before we move on, I honestly, I think people will read this, or they read the title of this segment and feel like, whoa, we're saying Bitcoin is topped. No, that's not what we're saying. Like, it's probably less than 1% of the traders always kind of, not always, but only less than 1% of traders, investors sell at the top. There is a 99% chance that you, the viewer, will not sell at the top. And the reason I'm saying that is the cognizant of round tripping your bags. Bro, people think they have this magical indicator that will help them catch the top. You don't. You just don't, man. When the top happens, you'll be like, oh, you'll be in disbelief. Like, no, it's gonna be the top. Like, oh, I was just talking about how I'm gonna buy my Minka, blah blah. I think we'll go one more pump, dude. That's your emotions talking. And as the quicker you can remove your emotion out of trade investing, the better it is for you. We're not calling the top. I wouldn't even dare call the top because I don't know what the top is gonna be. It could be 140, it could be 200K, wherever it is. But what I'm comfortable with from where I've started investing to where I am now, I'm comfortable scaling out of the market soon because I made my gains. But if you haven't made any gains, then cool. Do what you need to do. Keep going. Keep grinding. I know I saw some confession the other day about how this guy, he's basically crying how he's on the sideline and he doesn't have any money and then he's watching this incredible ball on the man. I'm thinking, well, you still have time. Like, don't get it wrong. Just because I'm saying we're closer to the end than the beginning does not mean you still can't make money. Like, don't get it twisted. What I'm saying is if you made 100K, it's silly of you to just have the entire 100K still in its tokens. Like, maybe you start looking for a position, or maybe the next pump, maybe the Trump effect rally, whether into the inauguration or after the inauguration, when you start looking to scale out 1% at a time, 5% at a time, that's up to you though. But I mean, I got my strategy. Do you? So it's like, that's what we're talking about. We're not calling top. Because I don't want them thinking, oh, we're not going to, especially the XRP. I'm thinking, oh, these guys are not bearish. No. We're still bullish. We're bullish on this market on the long term. I believe right now, the market cap, the total market cap is 3.4. I really believe one day we'll reach 20 trillion. You know what I mean? So imagine what the price of these tokens will be. Obviously the good ones will be when the market cap is just 20 trillion, which would be probably 5% of the GDP of the world, fam. So like, we're not bearish. We're just we're just kind of putting an effective plan to not round trip our bags.
Yeah, definitely. And someone who is bearish is the SEC, who officially files an appeal in the XRP lawsuit. So they had until midnight yesterday, being midnight on Wednesday, and to launch this appeal, and they've actually done it. So XRP is still in litigation. And the XRP army was very hopeful that, this would be the end of the case, everything would go to the moon. But I actually took a look at the token, and XRP hasn't actually flinched. I was expecting to see some reaction in the market, but the army is definitely holding strong. So yeah, what do you sort of make of that?
Yeah, that's funny because XRP don't care. Like, it's still pumping. It's still up today. Finally broke his, I think it was his 2 or 4 year downtrend, is now looking strong. To be honest, the entire market is looking strong. Even as I'm looking down, Solana's pumping, done 11% since last night. Funding rate looks healthy. A lot of tokens are healthy, including XRP. I mean, I have to say though, I've been incredibly impressed with the way XRP is price action has behaved. Normally it doesn't behave like normal tokens. When you get a sharp pump, it also literally gives it back. And I think maybe this has a lot to do with the, Trump effect. You know what I mean? The stable coins, more on-chain liquidity. I know they try to do the meme coin thing, but let's be real, it's not for XRP. It's just not for XRP. But personally, for me, XRP is looking sweet. Like what Rick said, XRP is looking sweet, my guy. And I saw a prediction the other day though, and I should think about the XRP army. I feel like they're greedy, bro. Yep. You know what I mean? They had gold post of $5. No, cool. That's actually that makes sense. From $1, that makes sense. And then now it's been moved to $15. And now I'm seeing, oh, bro, apparently $15 is guaranteed in this run. I'm like, cool.
Really? Okay.
I saw someone make a prediction of XRP to $4,200. I was floored, bro.
They're trolling you, man.
No, they're not trolling me. No, not trolling me. They're trolling themselves. How can they troll me? I don't know them. I'll just let me do my business and do my thing on crypto Twitter. And I'm thinking XRP 4,200. I'm like, basically XRP is ETH, yeah? Cool. Say them all. So yeah, XRP army, man, they're a bit like they're wishy-washy. Like literally they can't stand on something. 1 minute is $5, now the price target is $15. Now the price target is 4,002. What's next after that? 100K? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
maybe.
But like I said to you, I'm not even gonna lie, XRP is looking strong. Even right now as we're talking, it's pumping.
So is that something you on the trade?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like something that I would definitely trade. I wouldn't like I said, like there are certain tokens that I hold fundamentally because I believe in them. Like the likes of Soul. And I'm not gonna tell like, oh, you hold Soul. How's Soul better than XRP? I said this. Like Soul, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of the AI tokens that I'm holding because I have some conviction in them. But other than that, I think tokens like, bro, there's so many tokens out there. You can't hold everything. You just can't. So it's like with the capital I have, I've got to maximize the gain. So you're forced to kind of trade these using leverage. And this is not financial advice. I mean, this is what matters. Again, this is my strategy. This is what I do. You don't have to do the same. You can buy and hold XRP for all I care, but that's you. But personally for me, yeah, it's XRP is something that it's looking strong in this market. You know what I mean? It's looking strong.
Yeah. When I saw this story break originally, I was like, wait, I thought the whole case had just fully been dropped. I didn't realize that they had a chance of appeal. So, yeah, one of the first things I did last night, I was like, okay, let me actually check what's going on. And then this morning when I woke up, I had a look and then I saw that they actually went for the appeal. And I was like, okay, cool, interesting. Let's see what the token price action is saying. And the fact that it didn't move shows me that there's a lot of strength and it's just, yeah, there's just more upside. So currently what the price is, I think it's $3 if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere around there. So yeah, I think $5 is more.
$3.20 as we're speaking right now.
Oh, okay. It's smashed past through $3.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw it there. So yeah, I think a price of $5 is more than achievable, and this cycle. Anything beyond that, I suppose price discovery $6 perhaps, but that's on the higher side. But I wouldn't expect anything more than that. But nonetheless, it could definitely be a good trade. But yeah, like we said in the last segment, don't make sure you just don't round trip your bags. If you got a big bag at SRP, assume that you didn't buy from market tops in the last cycle. You're probably up, and then yeah, make sure you take some of that liquidity out of the market. Otherwise, you will be exit liquidity, and you don't want that to happen,
bro. Well, I know the XRP army won't listen to you, bro. They just won't. They're stuck in their ways, and they believe bro. When I'm telling you, they think this is going to $15, and people will probably hold for that, and they won't even sniff it.
Well, I can only offer my perspective. And someone else who's offered their perspective is the Meta shareholders. So, Bitcoin as a treasury was proposed to Meta by its shareholders, and currently Meta has $72 billion in cash that's consistently being debased, according to their shareholder, Ethan Peck. So, basically, people who hold the Meta stock want Facebook to buy Bitcoin as their treasury reserve. So yeah, what do you make of that? And they've got a lot of cash on hand as well.
Honestly, that's a lot of cash. I think only I was gonna say XRP, imagine. They're very exceptional, the brainwash, man. But only Apple, I think what's that guy that owns Berkshire? Warren Buffett, he owes around like $300-400 billion in cash right now. I think Apple's got around 900 billion in cash. So this is not a small cash to sniff at. So first of all, let's explain to the audience what the debasement is. The debasement is basically the act of reducing the value of a currency, which can be done by mixing metals and cheaper metals together to increase the money supply. So that's what this debasement is, essentially. So it's like inflation, essentially. That's what it is. So to get out of the way, I saw a rumor online because I did catch a word of this news that it was approved that they're gonna buy Bitcoin as part of the treasury, but I didn't get a lot of follow up on that news. So maybe I don't know. Is there any news that it's gonna happen, or they're still voting?
I don't think it's even gone to a vote yet. So I think that may happen.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because
But,
that would
yeah,
be
I mean-
breaking news if that was the case.
Yeah, exactly. It will be breaking news, but I think it's a no brainer. I mean, Microsoft being a retard, they voted against it, but a lot of people that own Microsoft are old heads. You know what I mean? Like they just are
Gamers and
honestly
stuff.
a lot of whatever they're called. You know what I mean? Maybe like for example, that Ballmer guy used to be used to be like the CFO. He bought the Clippers, so in terms of investment, he's actually okay. You know what I mean? So of course they don't want to. It would have been nice because you see them tagging along for this AI ride, but them voting not to buy it is their own decision, and I wasn't quite surprised because they acquired an arcade company. The best thing that ever came out of Microsoft was the Microsoft Office tools like the Excel, Word. Beyond that, everything else they make is trash. So I'm not surprised they made a trash decision with that regard. But I do think someone like Meta, who's a bit more, Meta was trying to push the status quo when it came to like AR development, to trying to be the leader, and they still are. They're working on it. And then I know they pivoted a little bit. They pivoted R&D funding to AI development, which is smart. I think it's definitely smart to do that because especially if you have the talent to do so. You know what I mean? So I know they had their own foundation LLM called Llama, and people are building on top of it, which is awesome. So I think this will be another reason why they can get more eyeballs on their company. So invest in this will give your shareholders and your board members some confidence that at least, you know what I mean, you're basically showing to them that you are proven to kind of adapt with the times, unlike Microsoft, because let Microsoft be Microsoft. I think eventually Microsoft's gonna die off. You know what I mean? That's not prediction. It's just time. You know what I mean? Same thing that happened with Sony. Because then there's a time where like it come and has that golden run and you're like, wow, they'll never fall off. And then they fall off. Like look at Nokia. You know, I know that might sound a bit blasphemous how you're comparing Microsoft. Yes. Yeah. No one remains at the top forever. Like you just don't. You just don't. So that will be huge news for the Meta company. It will be huge for the crypto community. Just more and more company using Bitcoin as strategic reserves to kind of hedge against debasement and inflation. So yeah, it will be huge news. It'll be quite interesting to see if this is voted on soon before the end of the month. I think it'll probably happen after the Trump thing, but I could be wrong. We'll see how it goes. But there's a lot of bullish catalysts kind of stewing up. I don't know if you know what I mean, Harris. Like it's all cooking up, and it's like, you know, normally January is usually like a green month, and obviously this one hasn't been for obvious reasons. But I think it could change in a blink of an eye like that. So something to keep an eye on for investors and traders.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think the demographic of Facebook shareholders is different to Microsoft. I think they overlap somewhat, but I think a lot more younger people would probably hold Facebook. So, and obviously younger people tend to hold crypto as well. So I think there will be an overlap on audiences. Will it be enough if it does go to a vote for them to be successful? I'm not too sure. I think it'll be closer, but I couldn't say either way. And it would be interesting it'll be interesting to know what amount they would choose if they did pass it. Like 1%, that would be what, 720 billion or something? Sorry, million. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, it would definitely be a great idea, and I'm pretty sure it will start happening soon. Especially when the US starts getting its strategic reserve, if that actually follows through Trump. A lot of these Fortune 500 companies, a lot of these NASDAQ companies, a lot of these high growth companies that have a lot of cash on hand are going to follow the trend, and they're all going to do it at once. It just takes one brave company, one innovative company that is well known. It could be a Tesla, it could be whoever. Then all the other followers will do exactly that. It's exactly the same in technology. So, for example, when Snapchat came out with stories, everybody wanted to get stories on their platform. You got TikTok doing the For You page. Every platform now has some sort of scrolling video tab on their platform. So it just takes one innovative company to do something, and then everybody will follow. It's always the case. And I'm not sure what company it is yet. But yeah, we'll just wait and see. And I have no doubt that
Well, one more
companies will do that.
one more thing before we move into the next topic. So Tesla actually invested 1.5 billion into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Reverse cycle.
In the life cycle.
They still hold half of that Bitcoin holding in their treasury. If Meta was to follow in the same blueprint, investing, let's say 1.5 billion out of their treasury, which is worth 70 million, that would be 2% of the treasury. I think that is a fair investment in my opinion. That's something that I will do. Maybe probably bring that back down, because where they're buying from, it's a little bit like the upside of Bitcoin right now. I mean, I don't think they're gonna put 1.5 billion in the freaking lean coin. Let's get out of the way. Or they're not gonna put 1.5 billion. They're not gonna put that much money in XRP. Yes, XRP Army. No one's gonna invest in XRP that much money anyway. So I think 1.5 million, 1.5% to 2% of the treasury is a good starting point to build a treasury all the way through the next cycle, in my opinion.
Definitely. It'd be very interesting to see how Facebook decide to tackle that. And yeah, we will see you in the next one. Peace.